Northern Ontario community fined for refusing to celebrate Pride Month. Isn't that interesting? Wait, I thought the idea for LGBT was peace and love. So wait a minute. So is it only peace and love when they agree with you? So if they don't agree with you, where is the love? Yeah, that's why I think that Pride Month stuff or that LGBT stuff is a very wicked thing. But let's get active. Hello, friends. Welcome back to another video. Welcome back. This is the Open Thread TV. Hit that subscribe button below if it's your first time here. But if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for watching. So, we got something good today. LGBT. Always making a headline. But now let's see exactly what's going on with them. Let's get active.
A small Ontario town has a big fine to pay. The township of Emo, located near the Minnesota border, will have to pay thousands of dollars to a local 2S LGBTQ+ organization after the town refused to recognize Pride Month. Standing by live in studio with more on this is CTV's Alexandra Hollick. Alexandra, how much money are we talking about?
A total of $15,000.
Before we go to that amount, what's wrong with not recognizing Pride Month? Do they have it because they don't recognize it? Does that mean they hate Pride Month or they hate LGBT people? So listen to this: people who don't celebrate Christmas or Halloween or Thanksgiving or Independence Day or Mother's Day, Father's Day, Valentine's Day, all those so-called days. Does that mean they hate those things too? People can have preferences, right? You know, but it's all peace and love, but only if you do as we say. Hmm, I don't see that much peace and love in that kind of aspect. But let's keep on going and see what else they have to say.
Merrily. And that's not all. The mayor and the CAO were also ordered to take human rights training. The township of Emo and its mayor were handed a hefty fine by the Ontario Human Rights Tribunal last month for refusing to recognize Pride Month and discriminating against a local 2S LGBTQ+ organization.
The explicit reason that they did not adopt our proclamation was obviously tied to the sexual orientation and gender identity issues attached to Pride.
Emo is located.
Honestly, though, as soon as I saw this guy's face, I'm like, yeah, he's probably an ally or he's part of the LGBT people. I'm like, you can tell when somebody is part of that group or an ally. But that's just me, analyzing by myself with what I'm seeing. It just doesn't sit right with me that because a community decides not to celebrate something, then you want to fine them. Actually, that sounds like persecution to me. It sounds like they want to persecute anyone who does not um, celebrate Pride Month. It sounds like persecution. Am I saying that right, or is it me speaking out of the blue? Let's see.
Located nearly 200 kilometers south of Kenora and has a population of just over 1,300 people.
Generally, this is a non-controversial thing, but it's an important signal in a small community.
The dispute dates back to 2020. Borderland Pride requested that the town declare June as Pride Month and display a rainbow flag for a week. The resolution was brought forward at a May 12th council meeting by then Councillor Lincoln Dunn.
I had warned members of council that I was aware of the potential ramifications of not passing this bylaw.
But the bylaw didn't pass. The vote was 3-2 against, with Emo Mayor Harold McQuaker in opposition.
There's no flag being flown for the other side of the of the coin. So that being said,
sorry, Harold, what's the other side of the coin?
Well, the other side of the coin, there's no flags being flown for the straight people.
In her decision,
Well, okay. So, they want to talk about human rights, but then, like the guy said, Harold said, I don't see any flag being, flown for the other side of the coin. Well, what's the other side of the coin? Well, if you're not straight, then the other side of the coin is you are straight. We don't see any flag for that. Okay. I thought that was a nice way actually to put it. So we don't get to fly any thing for the straight people. Why should there be anything for the LGBT people? But that's why it's right here. An Ontario town and its mayor has been fined a total of 15K US dollars for refusing to celebrate Pride Month. In a decision from November 20, the Human Rights Tribunal of Ontario ordered the town of Emo to pay 10K and Mayor Harold McQuaker to pay 5 to Borderland Pride for violating Human Rights Code. First of all, so do people that are not part of the LGBT, they don't have it, they don't also have any human rights? I mean, I don't get it. So if you don't celebrate Pride Month, I don't also have my own rights because I have to do that. Well then where's my rights of not wanting to do it? That's the question that I have for them. We don't force LGBT people to celebrate straight people. You know? It's you wanna do what you wanna do, go ahead. But when we don't wanna do what you wanna do, don't come and try to force us to do what you wanna do. And I think that's the one issue that I have with people. They celebrate a bunch of things, and then when they meet someone who does not celebrate what they celebrate, they want to either bully you or coerce you into celebrating what they celebrate. Like, no, you do your stuff. Okay, I don't do that. It's okay. But let's keep on going. And he said in 2020, it should be in 2020, okay, whatever. I had warned members of the council that I was aware of the potential ramification of not passing this bylaw. So the people decided not to. The resolution was defeated 3-2. So there was a meeting. People said, no, we don't want that in our city. What's wrong with that? Now, the explicit reason that they did not adopt our proclamation was obviously tied to the sexual orientation and gender identity issue attached to the pride. I can already see that part already. You know, people are selling themselves for wicked stuff already. Generally, this is a non-controversial thing, but it's an important signal in a small community, which means when you attack smaller community, you're basically sending a signal to the other ones, hey, if you don't do what we say, we're gonna also persecute you. Shortly after the vote, Mayor Harold McQuaker, who voted against proclamation, said there is no flag being flown for the other side of the coin, meaning there is no flag flown for the straight people, which I cannot disagree with that. I cannot disagree with that, you know? So, the tribunal called McQuaker's comment demeaning and disparaging of alphabet, the alphabet community and considered it as a discrimination. Well, then, in that case, we can also say not having a flag for straight people is also discrimination. What? I am gratified that the tribunal made the decision that they did which I believe was the right decision. Of course, they're gonna say that. Harold Boven and Warren Tolles, if I butcher your name, guys, forgive me. The two other councillors who voted against the proclamation were found to have not been discriminatory in their reasoning and were cleared by the tribunal. It's not a great look for a rural community that is struggling to build its economy, to grow its population, and to attract and retain young people, the judge said. So I'm optimistic that they are going to see this in a different light now that they are at the other side of the decision. The town of Imo, almost 200 kilometers south of Kenora, has a population of 1330 people. So basically, what they are saying is, um, in order for you to grow your population, you need to abide by the LGBT mandate. And if you don't, you won't get any funding, you won't get any services, you'll be left to your own. I would say if the town of Imo decide to have Jesus Christ as their anchor, they will grow. They will, and people will see that. Wait a minute, we don't need all that satanic stuff to grow a population. By the way, for your information, if this town were to become LGBT, they would die because there would not be any more procreation, unless gay men and gay women were to have sex, which would mean they would not be gay anymore if they were to be having sex. Like, it's counterintuitive. And I also think that's my personal opinion. If you are in that kind of relationship, you shouldn't be allowed to adopt children because the children might want one day to have a family. And now you, in your mindset, want to get that child to be in puberty blockers, transitioning, and all that wicked stuff. I think there should be a law to protect children from adult LGBT people. Meaning, if you, as an adult, you decide to be LGBT, you can do that. But you do not have the right to adopt children. Let the children live and let them decide what they want to do with their life. But guys, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. As you are on your way out, this was again the Open Vert TV. Hope to see you guys again. Until then, bye for now.